Hello guys, hello. I think so. I'm live now. Just quickly respond if I'm live and I'm audible to you and my screen is visible to you. Yeah, Karthik, we will be taking today's session. Karthik, don't worry. It's not like we are going to miss out. Yeah, guys. Am I live now or not? Just quickly. Okay, I'm live. Okay. Okay. Good evening, Sahil. Good evening, Shruti. Happy evening, Shruti. I see today we have very less crowd right now. Good evening, Achalam. Arunachalam. It's your name or like you have kept it as a nickname for you? Good evening, Ankita. Good evening, Soham. Good evening, Usums. Good evening, Sakshi. What type of font is it? Hello, Rui. Good evening, Nandan. Good evening, Vimal. Good evening, Chitrali. Good evening, everyone. Okay, so this is Acha, it's your name. Great. This is last day of our boot camp. Okay, so we have been doing since 2 days, and this is the third day. We do not have much of the task to complete. We just have to look into CI/CD kind of thing, like continuous integration and deployment. So I will just explain you what does that mean, and I will try to implement it up on GitHub. Okay, so it's a kind of GitHub action kind of thing. Okay, so I will implement that up, and with that we will end this boot camp. Okay, so we just have only one task. Once we are done with the implementation, we'll have two, three quiz questions. Okay. Today we will not have polls. I will directly post the question on the notes, and you have to respond in the chat itself. Okay. Yeah. Yes. Good evening. Yes. Bhagyashree. Good evening. Ramana Reddy. Good evening, guys. Good evening. So, should we begin now? Yeah, guys. Should we move? Yes. No. Quick. Just tell me, should we move or not? Either of the response you give, I will be moving. Okay, no issue with that. Okay, so let's quickly get into understanding what CI/CD is, what continuous integration, continuous deployment is. We are not getting into deploying any website today. It's not the thing, but we are getting into process automation. Okay, so I will explain you what process automation we are doing it up. Sir, can you send me day one attendance link? Yes, day one attendance link should be marked on day one. This is day three, so I can send you the day three, but not the day one. Okay. Yeah, guys. So let's quickly begin. So here's the notes. Yeah. So we will be looking into our CI/CD process. So first, let's understand what CI/CD. What do I mean by CI/CD thing? Okay. So see, what happens is we have our GitHub. Okay. So we have our GitHub, we have our repo. So inside that repo, what we do, we push codes. Okay, we push our codes. Now, we want to automate a small process. We want to automate a small process. And what that process is, suppose we have a repo and we have a JavaScript repo. I'm talking about JavaScript repo. So in that JavaScript repo, what we do is we push some code. Now, I want to automate a small process. The automation process will be installation of packages. Okay, so if you would have used JavaScript, so in that case you would be knowing what is npm and what is packages. Okay, installation of packages. So I want to automate this process on GitHub. Okay, normally in a given case, if you do not have this automation thing, you have to manually install this up on when you clone the repo. But now what I want to automate this process on GitHub so that my deployment process becomes more easier. Okay, so this automation is what we call it as continuous integration thing. Okay, same way when we automate the deployment, we will call it as continuous deployment. Okay, so what our aim today is to have this CI/CD thing done. Okay, so how we will do? So we'll use the same repo, but we will have change in that repo. So what I have done is I have created two JS files. One is index.js, okay, and another one is text.js. Okay, so this will be two JavaScript files that I have created. And along with that, we have package.json. So this file contains the detail about what all packages we have in our project. Okay, so this will be the file from which the installation process will take place. Okay, so we have these three important components: one index.js, text.js, and package.json. So the JavaScript code in index.js and text.js is very easy. I will just share it with you. Just a small mathematical calculation kind of thing, not much. Okay. Because I'm not here to tell you how to write JavaScript code. I am here to tell you how to automate the process of integration. Okay. So we have these three things. And what we will do, we will run two tasks. Okay. We will run two tasks. One task will be our package installation, package installation. Okay, this will be the one task. Installation. I know, like I understand what. So you would be using some packages inside your project. So installing that package, but automatically. So that is our package installation. Now, next will be small run test kind of thing. So a run test is just running the text file. So we have created a text.js. What I want to do, I want to run this text.js whenever my trigger is set. Okay. Again, I will explain you what trigger set means and what other things is. Okay. So two tasks we want to run. One is package installation and one is a run test. So I will explain that thing, how we are going to do, how we will be creating, what file we will be creating. Everything will be explained to you. Okay. Now, so this is the run that we want to do. Now, one more thing. Uh, we have defined what all functions we want to automate, but when should this function run? So to define that, we define a trigger. Trigger means what change should happen inside a repository. Okay, what change should happen inside a repository so that this trigger is set. Okay, so I am setting two kinds of trigger. One is push trigger. Suppose if someone pushes a new code, if a new code is added to the repository, in this case, this automated process will run. Okay. And second trigger, even if you want to add one trigger, that will be fine. But I want to add one more trigger, that is pull trigger. If code is pull, in that case also, your automated process will again restart. Okay. And once the process restarts, we will be running these two processes. Okay. So what functionality we want to run, done. What trigger we want to set, it's also done. Okay. Now, guys, we are running a process. We are running an automation process. We are running, just understand it as a normal process. Okay. So if you run a process, you would need a machine or else software. Okay. So on GitHub, we will be using Ubuntu in that case for running this automation process. See, guys, I know it might confuse you, but just try to understand. I have a process, I have a workflow that I want to automate. Okay, it's just like you want to prepare coffee. Okay, you have two options. Either you will start from scratch, you will go through each process raw by yourself by your own hand, or else you can buy a coffee machine that will complete all those process for you automatically. So now we are trying to build that coffee machine. Okay, so instead of installing and running the test manually, we are creating a automation file so that we can run that up. Okay, clear to this point, guys? Okay, yeah. So we will be working with the master branch. That's the default branch that I have. Yes, no. For this repo, we have main branch. So we will be working in the main branch itself. Is automation process done manually? So first thing, To define automation, you have to do the work manually, right? Automation process is defined manually. Once definition is done, all work is done automatically. Okay. So when you are building an automatic coffee machine, you have to build it manually, right? So same way over here, when we are defining the automation process, we have to define it manually first of all. Once it is defined, everything will work on automatically. Okay. Yeah, so that's our continuous integration and deployment part. Now, what are other things that we can do is fast shipping with confidence. Like if you have any change in code and you want to deploy it automatically, in that case also we can define that workflow. Reduce manual step. As I told, we want to increase the automation. We do not want to do work manually. So in that case, we are using CI/CD and early error detection. Now, this is also an important part, error detection. So in our automation, what we have is we also have predefined error detection machines. Okay, predefined error detection machines. So what we can do, we can also define this up in our run process or else in our running processes. So what it will do is it will check for any errors in all the files. It will check for any errors in all the files. So the CI/CD process is not limited. It has many great sphere of things that we can do. We are just touching up the tip, okay? Because we are starting the GitHub. I assume you are just a beginner in that case. So that's why we are just touching the tip. So if you want, you can explore many more processes that you can run automatically. Okay. Yeah, so early error detection, you can define that up also. Okay, so let's quickly get into writing the code for that. Okay, yeah, one more thing is once you will be done with this. Okay, so once you will done with this thing, okay, before that, let me explain you where we are going to do this thing. So we have our repo. In repo, we will be defining slash GitHub, okay, and slash workflow. So this is the folder structure that we will be doing. And inside the workflow, we will have anything name that we can do. I will be giving it as node.yml. Okay, we call it as YML files. Okay, YML files. So this is the extension for automation files that we generate. Okay, so this will be the directory structure, and this is rigid directory structure. If you miss any of the flow, if suppose you do not add this slash GitHub, okay, 1 minute. If you do not add the slash GitHub, you directly start from dot slash workflow and then you define node.yml. In that case, the automation will not work. So we have to define this GitHub, okay, and then workflow and then node.yml, okay. So this is the username. Whatever user wants to take it up, they can, but this is predefined. So stick to the name given. Okay, guys. So should we get into this? Till this point, the theoretical concept is clear or not? Guys, theoretical concept is clear or not? Just tell me. Why does, sorry, what does YML means? So YML is clearly your automation definition file extension that we have. Okay. So we use that for creation of CI/CD. Okay, guys, should we get into the code now? Okay, let's begin that. Just give me a moment. Yeah, so let's get to the repo. Yeah, we are going to do the practical. It's not like we will miss that up. So we are in our repository. So let me show you what code we have in index.js. It's just a sum code. Okay, I have defined a function that is just returning a sum of two numbers. Okay, that's all. So this is your index.js. And what else we have? We have one more that is, give me a moment. Yeah, so that is text.js. So text.js will also be a small file, nothing great. So it is the test cases that we are passing to the index.js. Okay, so this is our text.js. Okay. So now we will begin our work. Just a minute. Okay, guys, everything is right. There's no break in voice everything. Okay, yeah. So let's create it up. So what we will do, we will be creating a file. So not file exactly. We will be creating a folder, and inside this folder we will create more things. Okay. So click on create a new file. Okay. When you click on create a new file, now over here we will be giving a directory. Okay, so the same directory structure that I explained to you should be given. So first thing that we should have is dot GitHub. Okay, so we'll define dot GitHub. Okay, then add a slash. It will be added to your directory. Okay, and after dot GitHub, we have to define workflows. So this name should be also same workflows, and then again slash and done. And then last thing will be node dot YML. Okay, node dot YML. Okay, so our file is created, done. See, I'm explaining it. I'm repeating it again. The folder structure should be kept same. Okay, dot GitHub slash workflows, and then inside that you will be having your YML files. Okay, so now let's begin writing. So first thing that we will define is the name for this, and we are defining it as node.js and CLI kind of thing. Okay. So yeah, so we are doing continuous integration in this part. So we'll define it as CI, continuous integration. You would be seeing some errors, no problem. It will get resolved once we are done. Now we are adding a trigger. So on what change should this process be triggered? Should this YML file be triggered? So it means the code file in VS Code is what you name as node.yml. No, it's not that. Node.yml, I named it according to myself. If you want to name it as any file that you want, it's your choice. Okay, don't worry about that. I'm just naming it as my choice. I can also name it as test.yml. I can name it as anything. Okay. Okay. So on what trigger should this start? Okay. So when we push some code, in that case, the CI should get triggered, and we have to define the branches. So in some cases, you would be having multiple branches. So for that, we have to define the branches on what changes on, like, suppose you have master branch and you also have one main branch. So in which branch there should be push or pull change, so that this CLI or so that says CI should get triggered. Okay. So right now I just have main branch. So I will define my main, and one next thing is our pull request. So when we get a pull request, in that case also we will be doing this up, and again the branch defined will be main. Okay, guys, we have added the trigger. Okay, on what change should this start working, we have added that trigger. So once the trigger is done, we'll move forward. 1 minute, let me check the orientation of this. Okay, so indentation is also important in this, so I hope so you do not miss that up. Okay, yeah. So the trigger is added. Now we want to add what job we want to do. Okay, so we will be adding that up. Yeah, Vanshika, hello. It's 7:19, so get back to the lecture. Hello is already done. Okay, now jobs. We have jobs. So in jobs, we will be defining two, three things. What OS we are going to use, okay, and what all different jobs and other things that we will be using, as well as we will be having Node in this Node.js. So we'll define the version of Node.js too. Okay, so jobs build, great. So after jobs, we'll define build. Okay, inside that build. Now, on what system does will it run on? Okay, so for that we are defining runs on. Okay, So these are all predefined thing in GitHub. So you do not have to worry about that. Okay. So if you write Ubuntu latest or any other OS, so it will directly take it up from the GitHub. So don't worry about that. Just write the name of the OS. Okay. So why are we writing latest? Because we want the latest version of OS to be used. Okay. So that's why we are writing Ubuntu latest. Okay. Great. Done. Now move to down and we'll define the steps. Okay, what all steps that we are going to take up. Okay, so OS is defined. So please, from what you are explaining, it means if my project is uploaded with, let's say, project.yml, I use the same code to decide the pull and push from the main and master branch, other auxiliary branch. Yeah, it will work. If you are defined the file name as project.yml, in that case also it will work. Why are you taking tension for that? Yeah, so steps, let's name it up. Okay, so first one, I will name it. Okay, so first one, I'm making it as check out code. Okay, this is not great. Like does not has a great significance. I'm just writing it up. So this will be code, checkout code, and what it should use. Okay, uses. So checkout code is checking out every code that we have. Okay, and then again we are using predefined machines. Okay, so the predefined machine that we are using is actions, and it should be checkout, as well as we will define the version. Okay, at the rate v3. Okay, guys, if you do not understand some of the machines, you can directly search it up and you can use it up. Okay, everything should, like, sometimes everything does not get down to our mind. Okay, so no problem with that. Okay, now, the checkout code checkout is done. Next thing will be setting up our Node.js code. Okay. And again, we'll define the name. And now this will be our setup. Okay, setup node.js. Okay, so now in this next process, we will be setting up our node.js. Again, as same, we define the users. So we'll define the users again and what machine we are going to use. So as this is again a actions, so actions slash, now checkout was for first thing. We will be using setup node at the rate version 3. Again, we are using node version 3. Okay, of machine setup node version 3. Okay, great. Now, last thing that we are in need to define is what should be the version of the node that we will be using with. Okay, so with we will be defining that, and we'll write node version, and I'm using 18th version for just for sample. We have many versions. This is for DSA placement not being, guys. I'm explaining you CI. Why are you asking for DSA placement thing right now? You can ask this up at the end of session. Yeah. Yeah. So with node version, we will be defining the node version and we will be keeping it up in a single inverted comma. Okay. Great. So our machines are defined. What steps we want to take? One was checkout code, and the other one was set up Node.js. Both the machines are defined. Now, next thing that we have is two processes that we need. Okay. So already checkout is defined, setup is defined. Now we will be defining install dependency and run test. Okay. So next thing that we have is install dependency. Okay, so we are installing a dependency. I think so it should be dependencies. So name will be install dependency and what we will be using. So in this case, we are going to use npm install. So this is popular thing. Okay, if you have used npm or not, you would be knowing what it means. Yeah, guys. Okay, so this is defined. Now, last task that we are defining is our run test or else run text. I will write it as run text because the file name is text. So I'm writing it as run text, and in this we will be adding the run thing and npm test. So I have defined test in package.json. I will show that up to you. Okay, let me add spaces. Okay, yeah. So we defined the name first of all, node.js, and we added the trigger. Once the trigger was added, we added the job. In job, we added what machine we will be using, and then four steps. First one was checking out code. Second one was setting up our Node.js. Third one was installing the dependency, and fourth one was our run text. Okay. If you want, you can also have run test also in this case because we have named it as test. Okay. So if you want, I will share this code with you in the chat box. Okay, just for the reference for now. Okay, so this is check. Yeah. So if you do not want to write, you can copy this up. I shared it two times. Okay, no problem. So we can now commit this change and we would need to do some more changes. Okay. So our workflow is defined for installation as well as for running the test. Our workflow is defined. Okay. So it should work. Just wait a minute and let me get into this thing. So now in the test, I have written a run test of workflow. Okay, I'm trying to run this. So I do not have any file that I'm trying to run under this command. So I also have to change that up. Okay, just give me a moment. I will add a file. Okay, so now the file that we want to run is text.js. So let me add that up. Node text.js. Guys, I'm doing it for my JS thing. You can do it for Python. You can do it for any kind of files that you have. Okay. So CI/CD kind of thing is not limited to types of file that use. It is open for all. Okay. Let me check workflow. There is no workflow running. Okay. Let me see what's the issue. Okay. Have we defined the folder right? Let me check that out. So the folder should be .github/workflows, and inside that it is named as node.yml. It's correct. Great. Okay. Fine. In action, let me see. Zero workflow run node CLI. Let me click on that. Just give me a moment. Okay. I think so. I made some mistake in the file structure. Is it right? Dot GitHub slash workflows. It's right. It's not an issue. Dot GitHub slash workflows. It's right. And inside that we wrote our node.yml. So node.yml was created. Okay. And okay, yeah. So I think so. I defined it as main. Yeah. So the problem is over here. It is main, not master. So that is why we are having issue with RCI. Yeah, guys, check it out. In starting, I wrote it main, but then I think so I changed it up. Yeah. So we just have main branch. That is why it was not running for us. You can see this up one loadout that we have. So this is showing that our workflow is right now pending. It's trying to run. So let's get into action tab and we will see the workflow. So now you can see that our workflow is completed. It's done. It is perfectly running. It has successfully completed its execution. Okay. So once the execution is done, you will have this small batch on your repository that shows whatever your CI was defined, CI/CD was defined, that is running successfully for your repositories. Okay, guys. So just getting to brief overview what we did. We created our workflow. Okay, so inside that workflow, we created on what trigger we want to run this workflow. Okay, so on push or else pull request. Okay, in that case, so see, either you are pulling the code from main branch or else you are pushing the code to main branch. In these two cases, this workflow will start running. Okay, and we defined around four jobs and we will be running that up on Ubuntu latest machine. And what all four jobs we have, one is checkout code. Okay, and this is predefined machine action slash checkout. Okay. Then again, we define setup Node.js. In that, we define the version, and last two thing was install dependency and run test. Okay, guys, clear till this point or not? If you have any doubt, just tell me. I know this might have like add confusion to you. So no problem. You will get to know it slowly. So same way we can add more of the automation. We can add a test engine kind of thing in that. It can check for syntax of the code that you are pushing or pulling and other more automations that we can add it up. Okay. So the only primary reason to define this action thing is to create a CI or CD automation, to create a CI CD pipeline kind of thing. We haven't done the pipeline thing, so we are not getting more in this. I have defined for Java Flow. Yeah, perf it will work for all type of code. Okay, you just need to know what engine you are using for execution. Okay, if it is Java, no problem. Python, no problem. Whatever programming language you are using, it will work for everything. Only thing you have to know is what engine you have to use. Okay. Okay, guys. All clear till this point? Any doubts? No, Daniel, it does not only affects the master branch. Suppose in a given case, I have one more branch. So what I will do is, in the file where I defined, just give me a moment, let me get into file. So in the file where I defined the branches, in this same object, I will add one more branch name. Okay. Suppose I also have a master. I will add it as master. Okay. And I will commit the change. Suppose I want the integration to work for two branches, one main and one master. So that I will push this up for two branches. Okay. So it will work for all branches that you have. Yeah, Cyber, whatever code you want to use, whatever language you want to use, it's your choice. See, if you are using JavaScript, Node.js, then try using engines of Node.js. If you are using Python, use predefined engines for Python, same way for the Java, everything. Okay. Okay. If you are asking for application of this automation, so again, I explained to you are automating a job. So over here, I was automating running of a file as well as installation of your 1 minute. Yeah, installation of your packages. Okay. So if I get into it, so one thing that I am doing is I am automating installation of package as well as I am running up a file. Okay. That is what we are doing. Two automations we are adding installing of installation of dependency as well as running of a file. So what file we had is we had a text.js. So in if you get into package.json, we have defined what should we do in case of test. So in that we are running node text.js. Okay, all clear, guys? Okay, so yes, all clear, great. So we'll try doing one or two quiz questions. We are not having polls today, but normal quiz. You can respond in the chat. Okay, so just give me a moment and I will get you that quiz question. Yes, this is the last session of our 3-day boot camp, and we are done with everything that we had to cover. Okay, starting with creation of repo, changing upstream, adding upstream, pushing code, pulling code, forking repo, creating a cloning of repo, many things. Okay, we did many things. And we tried creating CI/CD kind of thing also, automation that is also done. So with this, the part of learning is done, and just we'll try our hands on one or two quiz questions. Okay, yeah, just give me a moment. Let me get those questions for you. Okay, these are very easy questions. I don't think so you will find any difficulty in that. So I will directly add it up on notes itself, because when I share it with you, you can get the questions also. So the question is, what does CI stand for? Okay, so this is our first question. What does CI stands for? Okay, I will add the second question once you answer this up. It's very easy. Do not make mistake in this part. We create continuous integration. Okay. Yeah, Vimal, you will receive a certificate after a bootcamp, and I will give you a small work to complete a kind of assignment today. I will explain you up before closing the session what all things you have to do, and then you will be getting the certificate thing. Okay. Okay, great guys. I see everyone is responding correct. So the correct answer will be RP, continuous integration. Okay. If I ask about what will be the full form of CD, in that case, what will be the answer? Can anyone tell me? CI is continuous integration. What will be the answer for CD? Guys, what will be CD? Okay, it's done. The question is done, guys. Now move to next question. What is full form of CD? I am not giving you options, right? The full form of continuous deployment. Sitesh is doing continuous deployment. Great, great. Everyone is giving correct answers. Okay. CI is continuous integration. Sahil, compact this Sahil. What? Okay, continuous deployment will be the correct answer. Sahil, CDs are not produced now. Okay. I hope so you know that. Okay, CD is continuous deployment. Okay, guys, correct answer. So let me quickly give you one next question. Okay, this will be related to the workflow that we created. And I explained you, I again and again repeated this question for you. Yeah, so no, not this one. Sorry. Mm, okay, this is our next question that we have. What do GitHub action flow file lives in? Where do GitHub action file lives in? Yeah, Arshita, Najulam, everyone is correct. Yeah, Priyadarshini, good evening. Good evening at 7:40, around 7:40 for the session that started at 7. Okay. Uh, Everyone is telling option B, workflows. Guys, suppose I'm making a small change. GitHub slash workflow. Yeah, now see, I had made a small change. Now tell me what will be the correct answer now. The B option itself or the C option? After the change, what will be the correct answer? B or the C option? B option. Okay, Janvi is telling me C option. Okay, Jamji is telling C. Akansha is telling C, Renu C, Kushi C. Okay, many people are telling C is correct answer. Okay. Okay, so it's like 50-50. I'm getting 50-50 response for B for and for C also. Okay. Guys, you have your time. Take your time and answer it up. It's your choice. I will give you 2 more minutes to answer the same question. Okay, because we have too much time remaining. C, C, B. Any more response that you want to add? Okay. I will wait till 41. Okay. We'll till wait till 41 and we'll tell you the answer. Maybe C. Himanki, come with the confidence. Either C or B. Maybe is not a thing. B or C. Just answer it up. B is final. It's great to see you getting confused over a small thing. Akansha is telling C. Okay. Workflows and workflows. Cyrus, I did not told you to explain the reason for that, right? Do not write that in chat. Okay, guys, correct option will be B itself. We defined it as slash workflows, okay? Dot GitHub slash workflows. Cyrus, you are changing your answer at the last moment. It's B, yeah, it's B. Okay, it will be slash dot GitHub slash workflows. Option B will be correct in this case. Okay, should we have the next question or okay? Before closing the session, I will explain you what assignment that you have to complete and submit. Okay, and also one more small concept of git ignore kind of thing. Okay, yeah. So this is the third question. What will be the correct answer for this? Okay, everyone is telling me answer as C YAML file. Yeah, it's very easy. Okay, so the correct option that we have is YAML. I saw someone responding as a JSON. Java object is not used in automation. Okay, workflow definition is only done by using YAML files. Okay, yeah, quickly. Next question again. These all are easy part of question. Okay, I hope you are not getting confused or any other thing. Okay, guys, the next question. Okay, no, this is the same question. Wait. Oh, no, yeah, just give me a moment. Let me add question for you. Okay, so this will be the question. What does a CI batch show? Okay, option A project language, B number of commits, C status of last workflow run, and D date of last commit. Or four options, one correct answer. Okay, everyone is responding C as the correct option. Great. Okay, C will be the correct answer itself. Project language, obviously, the workflow CI tag does not defines that. Number of commit, you can see it in commit section, not over here. Date of last commit also can be seen in commit section, not here. Only correct thing is status of last workflow run. Okay, great. Yeah, we'll give you a small one last question and we'll tell you the homework or else the assignment that you have to submit to us. Okay. Okay. So this is the first question that we have. Which event can trigger a GitHub action? Okay. Four options that we have is merge conflict, push, delete a repo, and stashing. So stashing will obviously not. I'm telling you it beforehand. So just answer in three responses: merge conflict, push, or deleting a repo. Great, guys. Push will be the correct answer. If instead of push, like along with push, I also have a pull request kind of thing that will also trigger the automation for fine. Okay. Okay, guys. Any doubts till this point? Anything that you want to ask? Yeah. Any doubts? Any problems? Okay. Yeah. Done with the question. Okay. Quickly tell me if you have any doubts or any issue till this point. Yeah, candidates who have registered, they might get a portal like a form or something that where they can submit it up. Uh, the assignment is kind of creating a repo and doing some task inside that. Okay. Yeah, I am telling you the assignment detail. You can submit up the assignment 2 days from now. Today's 1 to 3 by 3rd of May. You can submit it up. For that, we would need a full-fledged website code for deploying it up. Okay, it will take time. Yeah, Satish, I am going to elaborate. Okay, yeah. So what assignment that we have is, just give me a moment. Yeah. So the assignment that we have is, I will quickly explain you the assignment, and if time allows, we'll have one or two more questions. Okay. So it's 7:48 right now. If time allows, we'll have one or two more questions. So the assignment that we have is, what you have to do is create a repo. Okay. First thing, create a repo and name your repo as your name. Okay. Your own name so that we can understand that. Okay, create a repo, name it according to yourself. Once you have created a repo, what you do is you have to something, push to your repo. Okay, push to your repo. You have to do this task. Okay, after you have pushed to your repo, now you have to create at least three branches. Create three branches. Okay, three branches should be created inside your repo. And after three branches is created, we want to have around five pull request. Five pull request you should create in that. And along with the pull request, I also need you to add some comments to your pull request. Okay, comments to your pull request. We should have that too. Okay, pull request is created, branch is created. Now you should also try deleting a branch. I know I cannot see the output of trying deleting a branch, but it should be done. Try deleting a branch. I can't give you a merge conflict because creation of a merge conflict will be a difficult part. So you have deleted a branch. Branch deletion is done. Then next thing can be you can try cloning the same repo again. Clone same repo that you have created. Okay. After cloning, again do same thing. Push and pull code or whatever you have. Push and pull code. Once you have done the push and pull code, same way, I want you to create the CI/CD workflow that we have in YML. Okay, you can take up the resources online, help of the resources. Okay, so once you are done with the CI/CD, you should have this tick mark. Okay, if I show you, we have this tick mark on our repository. Okay, so we should have this tick mark. You should have this tick mark. Okay, so these are all the tasks that you have to do. Okay, so create a repo, name it as you wish, push to your repo whatever you need to push, create three branches. Okay, five pull request comments should be added to the pull request. Try deleting a branch, clone same repo, push and pull code, and create a CI/CD. What about the resource like notes? You will get the resource like notes after this session. Everything combined for all 3 days. Don't worry for that. Okay. Okay, guys. In CI/CD, YML, we use other language. Yeah, Cyber, we use all possible language that we have. Okay, it's your choice. Whatever language you want to use, you can. Okay. Yeah, guys. So please send this assignment question into group. Okay, you will get this note at the end, so you can refer this up. Okay, guys. Before closing this session, I will quickly tell you about one small thing that we organizes. Govardhan, audio is clear for all. Can you please check your internet connection? Yeah, so I was talking about our campus ambassador program. Okay, so under this program, you can apply and work with us. You can work with DevTown as a campus ambassador from your college, and we have many perks in that case. So you can organize many events in collaboration with us, many boot camps in collaboration with the possible clubs from your college. Okay, and we have many boot camps, many kind of boot camps. Okay, that we can have website related, GitHub DSL related, and all kinds are open. So if you want to organize any boot camps, if you want to organize any events in collaboration with us, please do apply for campus ambassador. We have other more perks. You can have your network build with us. You can have a great exposure to this industry. Okay, we have many more exposures that we can explain you once you apply with us. So try getting in touch with us regarding this. Okay, so it will add a much more greater experience to your resume and this all things. Okay, Shantanu, you do not have any clubs in college. What is the name of the college, Shantanu? Where is the deadline of the assignment? Yeah, deadline you can submit it by 3rd of May. 2 days is more than enough. More than enough. Okay, you will get the certificate after the submission and all other things. Okay. Yeah, Roshan, if it sounds too much interesting, then you can join us at this hub with us. Okay. You can try applying it up. Assignment details. Peter, where were you when I was explaining what all tasks you have to do? This is the detail of the assignment that you have to complete. Okay. For submission, you will get the form link. There you can submit the repo. Yeah, you will get the form link. You can submit the repo over there. Is it possible with Pakistan also? I have to see for that. I don't know what. cross country and international thing. But I have to see if it is possible for organizing boot camp for Pakistan too. Okay, yeah, guys, and please add the review. Okay, after the session, add the review for the form that is provided. Do not forget because your review is very important for us. Okay, as per the review that we get from your side, we make more changes and improvements for your own learning. Okay, is there a chance for internship or in DevTown? Try searching for openings. Maybe if there is opening, you can apply it. So the campus ambassador is also a very great opportunity. You can apply. You can start from that point too. Tarun, we can't send you the last day's attendance form. It's already closed. Okay. Okay, guys. Is there any more doubts related to all the topics that we studied or anything related to that? No, Roshan, I can't share you my contact number. Thanks, Shantanu. Daniel, is there courses for non-graduates like myself? Daniel, courses is open for everyone. We do not have any prerequisite that you should be graduate or non-graduate or postgraduate. You should have the intent to learn, and that's all we demand from your side. Okay. So the registration form for DSA placement is not opening. I want to join. How do I? Yeah, now I will see. You can contact the support in that case, or else you can wait for some time. There might be some case. I will relay a message to the support, and they will look into that. Yeah, CI/CD is advanced topic, but once you get into development more, you will feel that not that advanced, but it's an important topic. Urmila, yeah, most of the courses, the boot camps that we are doing, these all are free. Some might be paid, but mostly we do the free courses. You will get the link. Wait, see, guys, this is contact information for the support. You can, if you have any doubt related to registering any of the bootcamp or anything, you can send your uh, problems at this phone number. Okay, this is not anyone's personal phone number. If you have any issue, then contact the support number. Okay, Shantanu, it depends upon on what field you are choosing. If you are going for MTech, obviously it will matter. If you are going for software engineering jobs, in that case, it is not going to matter much. Okay. If you are trying to join PSUs, if you are trying to go for MTech and other related fields, in that case, it will matter. But in software engineering field, it is not a thing that will matter much. So I'm going for placements. The past 2 days is enough for that. But are you talking about 2 days of preparation before going into placement? If you are doing this, I will suggest you to have more practice because 2 day would not be enough. Yeah, I told you to contact the support. The number is already given on the top, Ayat. You can contact them if it's still not opening. Roshan will get into that more afterwards. Sir, can you drop the project in group two? You want the project link? Yeah, that will be shared with you, no problem. I will share the GitHub link directly with you as it is a public repo already, I told you. Thanks, KBR. Thanks for your compliment. Okay, guys. Yeah, I think so. We did a DSA series 5 day bootcamp just before this bootcamp. You can refer to that bootcamp also. And also in future, if we have, we will be doing more of this bootcamps. Okay. Okay, guys. So do not forget to add review for us. Okay, just add a review because it will help much for us to add more improvements. Yeah, obviously, Sitesh will bring more improvements. Ayat, maybe you are not getting what I am trying to say, or else you are not trying to understand. So I will not respond to you much. It's upon your choice, Shantanu, whatever you want to take. Either take C++, Java, whatever you want. Okay, it's your choice. I see people doing in Python too with predefined libraries, but whatever things matters best for you. Okay. Okay, guys. So now we'll close this session up. So I hope so. We had a great time, great 3 days of bootcamp with you. I hope so you got many new things to learn about, many new things to explore about, and I hope so you will keep on exploring like this. So thank you. Bye bye. We'll again try to meet in another boot camp, whatever will be possible. Okay, and I hope so we'll see the same enthusiasm from us. Okay, okay. Thank you guys. We'll end this stream now. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day ahead.